Barrage the Farage, where you send in your questions, which I have no prior sight of whatsoever. If any are about trees, I'll drag Ray back in. Don't worry about that. John says to me, do you think Michel Barnier would be a better French president than Emmanuel Macron? I think they'd both be absolutely hopeless. Macron, because, of course, he can't stand the British in any way at all, and is a true believer in the European project, when actually most French people feel pretty much the same way that we do in this country. And Barnier, well, what a hypocrite. I mean, the man who told me that I was small-minded for not supporting free movement of peoples across the whole of the European continent is now running as French president on a ticket that says no more immigration from outside the EU for the next 5 years, limits on movement within the EU. Oh, and the European Court of Justice should not be supreme over the French courts. I mean, the man is a complete and utter hypocrite. Kirk on Twitter asks, green electricity sounds great, but who is going to pay for it? Taxes are high already. You're going to pay for it. It's very simple. Boris has decided, and the extent to which green subsidy has been put on your electricity bills and hidden from you, because all the parties and virtually all the media have supported this over the course of the last 15 years as it's grown and evolved, I think is something of an outrage. But you can say with some confidence that you are paying 20 to 25% at least extra on your electricity bill every single year to subsidise rich landowners and big foreign wind farm companies. And I just can't think of anything else I've seen in my lifetime that has led to a greater transference of money from the poor to the rich. I think it's an outrage. Do we want to have renewable energy that works? Absolutely, but not on this basis. And I'm sorry, but wind is just not the answer. Local generation at local level, it may work, not for the national grid. Right, a couple more. John on email asks, if you were offered the chance to take a quick journey into space and back, would you accept? I suspect that if it was a space mission from this government, or perhaps one of the European Union space projects, I'd be a mug to accept, because I'm sure they'd make sure it was only going to be a one-way ticket. So I think the answer is no. And finally, Richard on email asks, if they only could, which countries would leave the EU next? Well, it's easier to leave the European Union if you're not in the euro. Doesn't mean it's impossible being in the euro, but logically, Denmark didn't join the European Union until we joined it, 1st of January 1973. Denmark have opted out of many parts of military cooperation. They've even opted out of many of the judicial systems within the European Union. And I think Denmark, it's a population of 5 million. Certainly the last time I was in the Parliament in Copenhagen, many said, you prove that Brexit is a success, and we, having kept our own currency, will leave as well. And that's why you've got the European press saying, the fuel crisis is all because of Brexit. They don't want us to succeed.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows, and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.